Alright, welcome back to the Rising Empires League tournament, and we've got... what's this doing that for? Why have I got this little fucking overlay? Oh, there we go. It's just the age up overlay, I didn't even notice that before. Okay, anyway. Hadn't seen this overlay pop up, and I'm not able to actually switch to proper caster mode. Weird, I thought that was a caster mode feature. Anyways, we're here in the Rising Empires League 2v2 tournament on the pit, and we've got Core and Salami playing for a team called Hot Dog is Not a Sandwich. Let's just call them Hot Dog. Here we go. Here's the... I didn't even realize that. That's cool. Anyway, starting out with Hot Dog, the lower side, with Core light blue on Rus, and Salami dark blue on Delhi. And in the top side of the map, we've got the Chimps. So we've got Marine Lord, Red Trunks, it's French, and Beastie playing as Dot, the Orange Trunks on English. So we wouldn't expect King Clickbait to play under his name so other people could look at his recordings to actually fucking cast the games. So I had to use Marine Lord. But this map, 1v1, can be really quick or really long. Just because our players could choose to wall everything up. Or someone just gets surrounded and killed because players generally start straight in the center. Here on 2v2, I wonder how it's going to pan out. I mean, it should be easier in theory to actually wall everything off. Even though the map's slightly larger, it's ultimately still less walling overall for the team. And again, there's not a huge amount of resources for either team. Like, they've both got one large gold and one large stone over in these far corners, and they're probably a little bit easier to defend than in 1v1, but there's not an awful lot of resources for our players. They're going to have to venture down onto these large gold mines in the center of the map. The sacred sites not very far away as well, so contesting and controlling these areas will be pretty crucial later on. I mean, there's a little bit of small gold over here, and there's really only relics over on this side. So you've got a generator side and a gatherer side, really. And a Kremlin over here, even though this isn't the biggest wood source for Core, it's also just going to mean he protects his gold mine really well. Pretty close to those berries. Should be pretty easy to control that relic and that stone. We've got Dome of the Faith. So for Scholar production, for Salami, not looking to use the, is it Tower of Victory? The one that gives you 20% attack speed bonus for Delhi. While Beastie going for the Council Hall. Be able to produce a lot of bowmen. Marine Lord, School of Cavalry. So the top side players both having unit production landmarks against quite a defensive landmark, and one that's mostly for, I guess, booming really, because it gives you cheaper scholars. So you can then pump them into your mosque and into your production buildings. Get these upgrades a little bit quicker. Marine Lord just harassing a house with his scout. Because it is going to mean Core's going to have to pull back a scout of his own to deal with this eventually. So there's less for the knight to get held up, having to chase around the map rather than just, you know, focusing on stuff back at home. You know, unless ultimately help defend alongside the militia. Sort of like a short-term spearman. They're only half the price, and you can instantly train a pair of them every minute, but they only last for 80 seconds. Ultimately, Marine Lord's not able to take the house off core there, but just having to send the scout back is a bit of an annoyance. Until that core's having to keep an eye on this knight. He doesn't want to lose either of his scouts to that. Just using his last one to keep tabs on that gold mine. While Beastie also just trying to keep his scout active over his opponent's side of the map. Marine Lord, another knight, just going to check the gold mine, drive back the other scout. Well, Marine Lord pretty much zoned out this section of Core's base, but he's pretty much having the Kremlin there or back here. You know, it really helps him get through that while he's going for his double knight production. Hasn't got any spears of his own, but Salami has spears, and I mean, having your own knights is a pretty effective counter anyway. This Marine Lord will just be relying on the one school of cavalry for now. Oh, there we go. He's going to add a second stables. So it'll be mass cavalry for our knight civs. Well, obviously our English player can make bowmen really quickly. Try and deny the spearmen. Salamis. He's going for a blacksmith. He's going to be able to take all those free free Delhi technologies. Scout finally being picked off there. Other one in a bit of trouble. Core losing another scout there. Salami very nearly losing his, but good timing there pulling him back. He does have scholars here to heal as well. So anything that gets charged up but not outright killed, he can look at saving. And he can look at taking these sacred sites. It looks like Beastie's bringing everything back. He's only trained a handful of bowmen at this stage. He's got a lot more queued up now though. He's going for a second town centre, so he's got a really big economy behind this. Salami looking to capture a sacred site already. The spear's getting picked off quickly there by Beastie. He's doing a good job to support Marine Lord at the moment. This is a really scary two-player team to come up against, I can imagine. These two titans. So Corey's going to try and harass while this skirmish is going on. He sent that single knight, but at the same time, Salami and Cora struggling to take out Marine Lord's knights here, and Beastie's pretty much just getting free damage off in the meanwhile. Nice job at really taking these knights down. Another one falling. So Core's trying to raid, but Marine Lord's really repelling the knight with one of his own. Core trying to find an angle onto the longbows now, but Marine Lord backing him up very well there. These two are almost playing as if it's just one person at 700 APM controlling both armies. It's quite nice to see. Marine Lord unable to go in there, but he's got plenty of health left on his knights. And he can always take chivalry. It's one thing he has over the Rus player at this age. So he can regenerate health on his knights. Triple stables here for Core, and he's actually You know, mass up some knights and try and get on this boar. He's going to have to be quick though because... Oh, and Salami taps out just like that. GG.